Evan with Green Thumb Organics here. We're at a lawn we're going to call KD's lawn. Just collected some soil samples from all around the yard, about 20 samples in total. That's what the cores look like. We take those, mix them all up in a bag, send it off to a lab, and then they recommend corrections in various points for the yard. You'll see what that looks like when we get the results back. We'll give you some information on that. Okay, so pretty expansive lawn here. We've got some just pretty run-of-the-mill broadleaf weeds that we control with our products. One I saw back there, you got some wild violet, and sometimes people have a hard time controlling that, but we've got a new product to our line that we use that seems to control it very well. We have some Bermuda here mixed in, stuff that browns out in the winter, and if you don't like that, we can come through with a couple of options. One being a product that we apply in the late summer that suppresses it. It has to be watered in. And I haven't seen any irrigation heads here yet, but it has to be watered in, and it suppresses it over a couple of seasons. We've had some good results with that, as long as it's watered in well. And then there's the other route of just going after it and killing it, but it'll kill this fescue and good grass around it as well, and then we'd have to start from scratch wherever this Bermuda is. But that's always an option that we do in the fall. Kill it, come back with seed, and then you'll have a nice lawn. That usually has a pretty good results of eradication. Up here in the front left, this is probably just shaded out in the summer with these bushes and all these trees. It's probably just getting shaded out, so that's why it's so thin right now, but we can come in here with some shade seed and take care of that. Like I said, pretty expansive lawn, and it looks really good in the front. Looks like you've been doing some work up there, or somebody has. Not too many weeds, easily manageable stuff, but this should green up and look real good with the organics and the humates that we use. Some proprietary stuff that we use that really helps the lawn thrive and just become as green and thick as possible. That's what we're aiming for, is a beautiful lawn. Now back here, this patch here, that patch over there, where it's really thin, those are for some reason very, very compacted in here, much more than the rest of it. I was getting about a 6 to 7 inch core on most of the lawn, and over here I was getting about a 2-inch core. There's no rocks in there, so it's just compacted soil. Now we also use a product in part of our soil corrections program that helps penetrate and soften the soil, especially in cases like this, which allows the grass to get roots down in there to where it can get nutrients and survive. Especially these shaded conditions, it's going to need some real good roots in there. I may recommend some shade seed back here too. I would just have to see with the canopy how thick it is, but odds are we're definitely going to need some shade seed. You see we're in really good amount of shade here, and there's no leaves on the trees. So we've also got some moss coming in, no surprise, especially this year with as much rain as we've had. We've got a product that includes some sulfur and some copper in it, and moss doesn't like that, so it suppresses it and gives us pretty good control, especially over consecutive treatments. Kind of just the same situation, a lot of moss, good amount of shade over here. But this we may not have to shade seed. We've got clear skies over there. It's just dense over there. So we may be able to use regular blend seed here and get good results. But again, just the moss is kind of choking things out. The Bermuda is in here, kind of chokes out the fescue blends. So kind of the same over here. Then we got some good light out here, and you can see the fescue surviving a little better. But the total scope of this project, it's manageable. I think it's going to look real good. Even this year, it'll look really good up front. This season, it'll really green up and get a lot thicker and lush. You'll see it's a pretty impressive turnaround. But The other side over there, we would need to come in with some seed in the fall. That's really just the best time to do it, to give it the best chance to survive. But I think this overall could be a good project and give you the most beautiful lawn you could possibly have. We'll do our best. But yeah. All right. Well, we'll send you the package of results. I'm going to leave a little pamphlet in your mailbox just for you to look over some of the stuff that we do, and we will send you the results of the soil test along with some soil recommendations and maybe a proposal then as well. Until then, Evan with Green Thumb signing out.